Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another College and Career Pathways, where every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. we provide you with information on various colleges and universities, financial aid resources, training programs, technical schools, skilled trade professions, all designed to help you make the best career decisions possible. I'm Toni Cureton, your host, and today we are with Oakland Community College. Hannah, welcome back. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
You can go ahead and get started in your presentation.
Awesome. Thank you. So, like Toni said, I am Hannah and I am from Oakland Community College. Um, so this is my contact information. I am one of 4 of the admissions coordinators. I am based out of the Highland Lakes campus for the time being. And then once that campus it is set to close, once that happens, I will be joining Misty over at the Auburn Hills campus. I've been with the college, I would say, a little over a year now, and I'm really loving my time here. So on the screen, you can see a bunch of different staircases and a quote that reads, "You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step." And here at OCC, we kind of like to envision people's lives as staircases. So everyone's staircase looks a bit different. The top of the staircase, their end goal looks a bit different than people next to them. So a little bit about my staircase and how I got to where I am. I went to Central Michigan University. Well, I started off at Macomb Community College, got my gen eds done, transferred to Central Michigan, and got my bachelor's degree there. And I, during my time at Central, was very, very set on a certain career path. And after college, I accepted a position in an ER doing that role, and it only lasted about 6 months. So, I had this huge dream. I put it into practice and decided, actually, this was maybe not for me. I liked studying it better than actually doing it. And just kind of through there, jumped around different careers. So I kind of described my staircase, if anyone is familiar with Harry Potter, how the staircase kind of changes directions. Even while you're on it, don't know where you're going, but you just kind of go with the flow, go with the staircase. So after working in an ER and it not working out, I started to recruit, and I was recruiting for different companies to help people get jobs. And that next step, I realized, although I like to recruit, maybe that's not what I want to recruit for. So I took another step, and each step I took landed me to right where I am now at Oakland Community College, talking to all of you and recruiting for the college. So even if, things change, but every step will take you to where you want to go, even if it might not seem like that's the correct step. But we would love for OCC to be a step in that staircase for you to get you to where you want to be, is the roundabout way of saying what I wanted to get to. So what is a community college? We are a form of higher education where you can earn either an associate degree or a certificate and get certified in a skill. We are supported by community tax dollars, which lowers the tuition rates, which is why we are a very inexpensive school or higher education option. So on this graph is different types of degrees. So you'll earn high school diploma or GED equivalent. And then the next step up would be either an associate degree or a certificate, which is what you would earn at OCC. A certificate program takes about a year full-time, and an associate degree takes on average 2 years, depending on the program, but that's the average amount. Takes 2 years full-time. And then the next degree up would be a bachelor's degree, which is about 4 years. And what's nice about an associate degree is that's going to be the first 2 years of the 4-year bachelor's degree, because all bachelor's degrees require those basic general credits. And then depending on what you want to do, that career path might require a master's degree. That would be the next one up. And that takes iffy 2 to 5 years, just kind of depending on what you want to go into. So at OCC, we have a little under 100 different programs and certificates. We've clumped them into categories to kind of make it easier for students to find what they want to go into. So for human services, we have, like in the picture we have, it's going to be our CRUST facility. So that's going to be Combined Regional Emergency Systems Training. So that's police academy, firefighter technology, 911 operator, EMS, criminal justice. All of that's going to fall under human services, as well as social work, culinary. All that's going to fall under, that's just a couple of them. Then we have our business management, marketing, and technology. That's going to be all of your computer information system classes, your business classes, accounting, marketing. And then arts and communication, that's going to be pottery, photography, theater, music, interior design, graphic design, and then our skilled trades. So we have, just to name a few, because we do have a ton, automotive, CNC machine, robotics, welding, HVAC. And then for our health sciences, we have as pictured dental hygiene, nursing, diagnostic medical sonography, which is a fancy term for ultrasound tech. We have surgical technology, respiratory therapy, and then our apprenticeship program, which I will get to. But I wanted to touch on the degrees that you can earn fully online if that's the path that you'd like to continue. So for our general associate degrees, you can earn an associate in arts, an associate in general studies, and an associate in science fully online. To break it down into more specific programs, you can earn your business administration degree online with a concentration in accounting. For our computer information systems, you can earn a business system analysis degree, a software engineering degree. You can also earn criminal justice, a generalist degree. So for our criminal justice, we have an overall criminal justice and then some concentration. So we have like law enforcement or homeland security for that program. But this, just for the generalist, that can be fully done online, as well as firefighter technology, healthcare administration, library services and technology, business management development, and technological sciences, which would fall under our skilled trades programs. So here is shown just some different classrooms, what it looks like on campus. What's nice about OCC and what we pride ourselves on is our small classroom setting. So we cap our classrooms at 30 students. You'll never have a class with more than 30. Average is about 22. So you really get that one-on-one with the professor. You get to know those in the class. It's very collaborative. Our desks, in the top right, you can see people sitting on either sides of the tables. It's a very collaborative environment and is encouraged to work with those around you. And that could, you meet some new people, you meet some friends, and then maybe at the end, the professor could write you a letter of recommendation for either a job or if you're applying to a university. So we do have 5 campuses all over Oakland County. We have our Highland Lakes campus, which is located in Waterford, our Orchard Ridge campus over in Farmington, our Auburn Hills campus in Auburn Hills. Royal Oak is in downtown Royal Oak, and then Southfield in Southfield. And these were all spread all over the place. Like I previously mentioned, Highland Lakes is going to be closing. It is set to close in fall of 2026. So after this current semester, it's solely going to be our nursing, medical assisting, and dental hygiene students. And then they are on track to all move to our Orchard Ridge campus. And then Orchard Ridge will become our health sciences. So right now, health sciences is split between Highland Lakes and Southfield. And the OCC decided to merge them. They're building a brand new facility at the Orchard Ridge campus. So if that is something that you'd like to maybe go into or tour, you have that to look forward to. So mentioning touring, it's very encouraged to come and see the campuses. So these are just some pictures. We'll talk about tours in a little. I would say that Orchard Ridge and Auburn Hills are going to be the ones that are our biggest and feel most like a college campus. These are the campuses where, you have multiple buildings, you go in and out, from building to building to get to your classes. It just kind of feels like the most like a college campus. Highland Lakes is also very spread out, less buildings, but you would have to walk from building to building. And then our Southfield and Royal Oak campuses are a bit more compact. It's just one big building where you're able to kind of go in and out or from class to class without having to go outside, which is really nice in the winter. So campus tours, if there is a specific campus that you are interested in touring, I highly recommend signing up for one, just even maybe to see what it looks like, even if you do plan on staying online. That way you know where the counseling office is, where financial aid is, if you were ever to need help with anything. So registering for that is on our admissions page, or you could reach out to me or a different admissions coordinator, and we can get that set up. We do have like designated tour dates already planned out for the rest of the semester up until May, but if that does not work with your schedule, we're very open to scheduling a personal tour to better fit your schedule. So one of our success stories that we love to tell students is about Andrew Feustel. One of our slogans at OCC is "You can get anywhere from here." So Andrew Feustel, he started off in Lake Orion. He went to high school in Lake Orion and then went on to OCC, got his associates, then went to Purdue to get his master's and worked his way up all the way into space. So he works for NASA. He is an astronaut. That bottom left screenshot is him FaceTiming or Skyping into the news station from space wearing his OCC shirt and has the pennant in the back. So it is kind of like our claim to fame, if you will. So it really just shows that even if you do start at a community college, we're just setting you up for success. There's no, it's not a dead end for you. You're able to get anywhere. If space is where you want to go, you're able to go. Oh, I did not want to. Oops. Sorry about that. Resume slideshow. There we go. So I had mentioned in the clusters of all the different programs, the pre-apprenticeship program. So this is something that is offered at our Auburn Hills campus. If skilled trades is something that maybe you're interested in, this is definitely something that I would encourage. It is a free program. It is 5 weeks out at the Auburn Hills campus. The only two things you need to be eligible is be available Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4. So we do have a couple of programs running through the summer because I know that that's obviously the time for school. And then be at least 18 years old by the end of the program. So you can start it at 17. You just, in those 5 weeks, have to turn 18. And in this program, you are in the classroom, you're in our labs, you're earning certifications. So like the micro employability skills, the OSHA 10 safety card, you earn a certificate of completion, and you're also earning 8 academic credits at the same time. And like I said, all of this is free. So normally people would have to pay for these certifications and pay for your academic credits. And then you're either able to continue on and transfer those credits or stay with us. But at the end of that program, OCC works with a lot of different employers, and those employers come in and we do it kind of like a speed dating, but with interviews. And you talk to all of these different employers, and 99% of the students in this program walk away with multiple job opportunities. And then you get entered into a registered apprenticeship program. And what that is the employer, will hire you in, you'll be working for them, but they'll also be paying you to go to school. So you're earning your education while working full time, you get full benefits, and you're earning experience while also getting a degree. So it's a really great opportunity if skilled trades is something that you're interested in. And they kind of give you in the program, they dabble a little bit with every skilled trade. So you learn a little bit about automotive, a little bit about welding, robotics, CNC. So you can kind of see what skilled trade you want to go into. We also offer through Michigan Works short-term training options. So Michigan Works provides funding for those that maybe want to start a career right away and maybe school is not for them. They do have options. So 14 weeks or less. For health science, we have certified nursing assistant. So that's going to be somebody kind of like a caregiver or someone that works in like nursing homes and helps assist with bathing, feeding, dressing people, as well as a sterile processing technician. So that's somebody that surgeries, they have all the different equipment, they need to be sterilized. So you would be the person taking those equipment or that equipment and sterilizing it for the next procedure. And I know some people that have gone through the CNA program and then have become certified, worked for a while, and then that company paid for them to go back to school. So you're able to get your career just a little bit sooner, and then if you'd like, come back to school. For computer security, we have a computer support technician. So similar to an IT position. For logistics, we have a logistics technician that would help in like supply chain management. And then more manufacturing industrial, we have a CNC machine operator. So you have the short-term training option, but we also have the degree at OCC as well. The pre-apprenticeship program or programmable logic controller and robotics technician. So working with programming the robots to work. So those are, if you're interested in short-term training, I would look up Michigan Works because they are the ones that handle all of that training. What's nice about Oakland Community College, and really any community college, is the Michigan Transfer Agreement. This is something that I personally took advantage of. It is 30 total credits, which is about a year full-time, so a fall, a winter, and a summer. And it's your general classes. So it's you need a minimum of 30 to transfer it. You can do more, but these credits will transfer to any public university in the state of Michigan. So if you know you want to go into higher education, you know you want a degree, but you maybe don't know where you want to go or don't know what you want to do, or you know where you want to go, but you don't have the grades yet to get into it. So these are going to be those general credits that you're going to need towards any bachelor's degree. So the one course in English composition or communications, a math class, 2 social sciences, a humanities and fine arts, and then a natural sciences, including a lab. So like a chemistry lab or something. So all of those would transfer. So say, I know a lot of students that have used this have really wanted to go to U of M or something, and they didn't have the grades when they graduated high school. So doing this, getting those general classes done, getting their GPA up, they automatically transfer to a public university. So it's a really cool opportunity. So especially if you don't know what you want to do yet, you're able to kind of dabble and take a few classes here and there at a more inexpensive rate, and gives you time to figure out what you want to do. A lot of our students do transfer. So these are the top 10 transfer to 4-year institutions. So you have OU, Wayne State, Michigan State, Central, Fire Up Chips, Western, Eastern, Michigan, U of M, Dearborn, and Ann Arbor, Grand Valley, and Walsh. So it's not limited to these schools at all by any means. These are just from the data that we pulled, the most commonly transferred to. So getting involved on campus is a huge thing that we're trying to push for our students. We do have student organizations. So I'm going to kind of go over the ones that we have on the screen. And then I did write down a few newer ones that we have that I wanted to advertise. So we do have our Forensics Club, which is a speech, performance, and debate team. They compete nationally every year. I believe this past year they ranked 2nd in the country. We have Phi Theta Kappa, also known as PTK. It is an invite-only honor society based on your first semester GPA at OCC. If you hit that requirement, they will reach out to you. It is a one-time fee of $90, and once you pay that, you are in it for life. And a lot of universities have a Phi Theta Kappa chapter, and they reserve money for transfer students. So that's a really great opportunity. We also have our International Student Club, which is open to any students. You don't have to be an international student, but they get together once a month, and it promotes like international friendship, and they go over different cultures. And at the end of every semester, they host this big party where everybody brings in different food from their countries, and they all dress up, and it's super fun. They play a bunch of music, and it's open to anybody. So even if you're not in the club, you can go eat some really yummy food. Some other clubs that I wanted to touch on, we have an OCC cinema club that just recently started, and their focus is to bring together a creative community to produce content and films and just kind of share the love of a good movie, as well as our Queer Student Alliance club. So that creates a safe space for LGBTQ plus students and allies to discuss experiences, play games, socialize, meet new people, and just be in a safe space for those that maybe identify that way or are an ally. We do have athletics. So for men's sports, we have golf, cross country, and basketball. For women's sports, we have softball, cross country, basketball, and volleyball. And I know there's a really big push to kind of get more people to go to a basketball game. I went to a few this past fall, and they were really fun. We won both games that I went to. So they're really trying to push on the sports. And you don't have to have prior experience. Everybody is welcome to apply, and you just reach out to the sports director for that team, and they're willing to have anybody join. I'm not sure if we have anybody in here that is not a senior, but we do offer dual enrollment for those that are freshmen and up, where you're able to take a class or two while still in high school at OCC. So when you graduate with your diploma, you've also earned a couple of college credits, and those can either continue on to OCC or they will transfer to a university. So if that's something that you're interested in, I recommend reaching out, talking to your counselor, or reaching out to an admissions coordinator. So admissions to OCC. What's nice about applying to us is it is free. There is no essay. We are test score optional. So if you did take the ACT or SAT and you'd like to use those scores to place into an English and math class, you can, but it does not count against you. And then we have no minimum GPA. All we require is a high school diploma or a GED. Takes about 1 to 2 days to hear back from us. The application itself is about 15 minutes, super easy. And it's easy to find on our website. So for fall of 2024, we open up registration in March. I know that's really early, but our mindset behind it is you're able to kind of get everything done while still in school, and then you have time to focus on finals and then enjoy your summer, graduate, and then start with us like you would a normal academic year. Obviously, you have time to do things in the summer. Our mindset is get it all done, then you don't have to think about it. So if you're interested in applying, you just go to our website at oaklandcc.edu, and there are like 8 different apply buttons all over the screen. Super easy to find, but if you are having trouble, just feel free to reach out. I want to briefly touch on tuition compared to OCC compared to an average annual public tuition. So full-time right now, one contact hour is $107 per hour. Most classes, I would say on average, are about 3 credit hours. Some are 4 if it's a higher intensity. So that's the cost. And then every student will pay a 110 student support fee. So that goes towards tuition, it goes towards free tutoring, and different services offered on campus. So estimated full-time, 1 semester at OCC, is a little under $1,400. So an academic year is a little under $2,800. So with that, if you look at the graph, the little under $2,800 at OCC, 1 year at a public university is going to be a little under $14,000. So it's a little bit of a difference, especially if you're paying for it yourself, or even if you just want to save money and not have a ton of student debt. OCC is just a really good financial decision, in my opinion.
What is the out of district rate?
Out of district, I believe, let me look that up because I don't want to be correct.
And with regards to the in district, you're not adding the 107 and the 110. It's 107 per credit.
Yeah, so one class would be 321 in district.
Okay.
And then the 110 is a separate fee that you would pay every semester.
Okay. Okay.
So out of district is 205 per contact hour. So
Okay, good deal.
times 3, so 615 per class. So it's a bit more than the in district, but comparative to a university, I think I had a semester at Central that was like $2,000 or something insane.
Sure.
Just for my classes. So it gets pricey, it adds up. But yeah, I definitely will make a note to add the out of district in here. That should be in here. So yeah, 205 for out of district. So for financial aid, I know that for the upcoming fall and winter, so fall of 24, winter 25, financial aid normally opens up on October 1st. This past year, they held off, opened it up December 31st because they changed some things. Some verbiage got moved around and it was a bit confusing, but the financial aid is open now. You can apply for it. We are hosting 4 events to explain the financial aid, to explain FAFSA, the FSA ID. So we have January 23rd. It's going to be on Zoom. You can just sign up on our events page. I believe the next one is February 15th. And then that's going to be on Zoom. And then we have 2 in March. One's going to be at our Auburn Hills campus and one will be at our Royal Oak campus. So I highly recommend, if that is something that you're going to need help with, if you're, your parent or your guardian or you, if because I know a lot changed and they're going to go over the changes and the requirements for that application. We do offer scholarships. There are a ton out there, but the one that I really want to focus in on is the Chancellor Scholarship. So this is a $4,000 full-time scholarship. It opens up at the end of the month and it runs until the end of March. So it's a really small window to apply. For public, private, charter, or homeschool programs, there's a requirement of a 3.0 GPA. And then for adult and alternative public or private schools, that GPA requirement needs to be at least a 2.5. And then you must be an Oakland County resident and be a 2024 graduate. So this is for our current seniors or incoming freshmen. So you need a FAFSA account, the required GPA, and to be an Oakland County resident. Those are the 3 requirements. It's about a 5-question application. It takes really 5 minutes to fill out. And it's a $4,000 full-time scholarship. So like I said, a slide or 2 ago, one full year at OCC is a little under $2,800. So that is almost double. So with that, you get $2,000 each semester. So that's going to pay for classes. That's going to pay for books. If you budget right, you could buy yourself a laptop. That is for students that are in-person classes, online classes. It's not specific to anybody. And last year we had about 50 scholarships to give out and 90 students applied, and they went out and they found the funding and all 90 applicants got the scholarship. So if you fit those requirements, I highly recommend applying and getting your first year of college for free. If you would like more assistance, there are a few different resources on our website. So we have our new to college admissions checklist. So that's going to tell you every step from applying all the way to what to do for your pre-registration steps, to applying for classes, to buying your books. If you're a visual learner like myself, we have a steps to getting started virtual session where myself or one of the other coordinators walks you through every single step. So we'll show you where on the website to go. And then there'll be a Q&A at the end. So if you do have any questions, that is a great opportunity. We have those twice a week, every week. Campus tours, like I mentioned, and then meeting with an admissions counselor or a coordinator. So if you're someone that maybe likes to do things more one-on-one, that would be a great opportunity. And that way you can kind of do all of the things, just more one-on-one. that is my presentation.
Good deal. Hannah, I wanted to ask, did you have or do you have a flyer for those two financial aid events that you're going to be holding that you could send me and I could publish?
Yeah, I can. I don't think we have one made, but I can make one up really fast, or I can just send you the link
Aw,
with the dates. But I don't
thank
think we
you.
have one on there.
Okay, good deal. Are there any questions from our audience guests? You can type in the chat and I'll be more than happy to read. Okay, then in that case, we will wrap this session up. Thank you so much, Hannah. Great presentation as
Thank
always. Thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you all next time. Have a great day,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye now.